Hello and good evening, internet viewers. This your boy Von B, and this is the Noob Avenger L Town. How you doing?
Hello, hello.
Give you a little bit of love there, bro. Which is something that is very needed this week. It's been an interesting week.
Oh, you could say that. That's an understatement.
Yeah. Did you know that the Emmys is on right now?
Yeah,
I did not know.
I I watched like 30 minutes of it. It's like, wow, I don't know one show of this that they're talking about.
No, I didn't even know. The only reason I know is because I was looking for something to talk about, kind of.
Then that came up.
Yeah, I went to Variety and it was like some stuff and like, is this live? When did this happen? I'm sure, dude. I just do not care. And saw somebody said something about Palestine or whatever. Like, these people live in such a freaking bubble. It's not even funny.
Oh my gosh.
They make shows that nobody is interested in, then they give each other awards for shows that nobody watched, and then they go about acting as though like they're still in the zeitgeist, which to me is hilarious.
Like the
Huh?
whole world is talking about their shows.
There's nothing. Like, if I go to like YouTube, given like how the algorithm is all that stuff for me, nothing. Not a word.
Wow.
Nobody that I look at is even remotely talking about the Oscars. And if I go to home and see
The
what,
Emmys.
oh, see, yeah, I don't even. Yeah, no one. No, there is like, because of how the algorithm works, I am cordoned off from any discussion like that. Oy, who is that person okay?
Oh, it captures that far.
Yeah, dude. The mic may have been cheap, but it ain't. It's a good mic. That's the one I told KC to get.
I could use a headset for today.
Nah, no worries. Like, I will talk to you about Alien Earth and some Doomsday news, but it's like, after the events in Utah and how people reacted to it, it is difficult to even care about these folks, to be perfectly honest. Not in a negative, something bad should happen to them, but in kind of like a,
Just really to care.
yeah, you do you kind of thing, like from TMZ, where people are cheering in the background, and the guy, that white dude who is, the head guy over there, and the black guy, they sit up there, make a video, talk about, no, that's not what like they were cheering about. And so, watching someone who was watching Paul Bet David, and they were like, because you can see what time, like the time of everything, because they got cameras everywhere, and there's a clock, so you can see what time it was when these people started cheering. So what he did is he went and looked at the video that they were supposedly watching. The car was driving like 25 miles an hour, and then when the time when they started cheering, you couldn't even see the car.
Oh,
So, right, so they weren't cheering. So he comes out and he says, well, they were watching this video. I'm like, yeah, they were probably looking at it. And then the announcer announced that, what happened to Charlie Kirk. At the precise moment they started cheering. How you have lost your humanity to the point where you are cheering, like something like that happened to anybody, is, I have no time for you. Like, not at all. So you do you. You live in whatever reality you want to live in. I am not interested in like debating you or trying to change your mind. If you want to come back to the rest of us who live in humanity, that's great. But if, as long as you want to live over there, go, go. And so all the people who made all the things that they made and all the TikToks and whatnot, and all these people losing their jobs because no sane company wants to be associated with people who do stuff. And then they're crying, I mean, like coming out, boo-hooing, talking about how it's unfair and all that stuff. Like, this is something that you guys do all the time to other people. If any, and this is what an issue is. And I was like talking to Rick about it. He was like, he keeps hitting me with the well, both sides. I'm like, no, both sides. No, this is not a both sides. I had to walk off. I'm like, bro, this is not a both sides thing. Because there is nothing on fire right now. There was nothing on fire with that thing that happened in Charlotte last week. If the positions were reversed and the person who was killed was a black woman, young black lady coming home from work, and some random crazy white dude stood up and did that to her, Charlotte would be on fire right now. Everybody knows that.
All right. Yeah.
So you coming out and trying to pretend. I applaud everyone who had some sense of humanity, who are left leaning, and I applaud that because you welcome to sanity. So, it just makes it hard. The fact that someone went on an Oscar, see, I can't even. I keep getting because I don't care about either event. Like the Grammys, once I found out that the Grammys is mostly like you get nominated by your record label, and the record label pushes for who wins. So it like you telling me you got a Grammy or an Oscar or Emmy or it don't matter because they decide who wins. It's not like it's some kind of merit because Denzel Washington should have won for Hurricane. He didn't. They felt bad, so they gave it to him for Training Day. So it's
like a tit for tat kind of thing.
Right. So everybody like, dude, and like, when Kendrick Lamar was like a new artist, and that's when Macklemore, all right, he won Best New Artist. People was all upset, and he did this. Macklemore did this thing where he was trying to give the Grammy to Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, bro, nobody knew who Kendrick Lamar was when that happened. Like when at that time, you were the more famous person, so you just heard you had the bigger songs. Everything is bigger. So you were the best new artist at the time. Now, what happened to their careers later? That's a whole different thing. But you, because you are left leaning and you felt this weird white guilt thing, and you was trying to like do that because you felt guilty. Like, why? You deserve the award you got because you had the bigger songs. Like the thrift shop and the one about the gay wedding thing and like the other one. All those are huge. Kendrick Lamar didn't have any huge pop songs. Like I like his first album, but you won because of where you were at. So like miss me with this weird guilt trip thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, it seemed to be like less about merit and more like, oh, this person didn't win this year, so he'll win this year.
Yeah. So I'm just over all that stuff. So it just like it makes it difficult. I'm looking up stuff. Like it's more Doomsday stuff, and apparently WB is gonna sell DC, so they're looking for bidders.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Netflix is interested. So there's a chance that Netflix could own DC, and if that happens, who knows what they would do with James Gunn, because that's a deal he set up with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, and the first movie didn't do that great. I mean, it wasn't terrible, and apparently they must have eked over and made a little bit of money. But that's not how you want your Superman movie to do. So maybe Netflix may not even be interested in continuing James Gunn's universe. So we get yet Hold on. So we get yet another reboot.
Of the franchise.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, there's I think a new trailer, or maybe not trailer, but a new picture of Liam Hemsworth as the Witcher. Don't care about that, because you let the people destroy that and turn the Witcher into a girls thing when everybody wanted to see Henry Cavill as the Witcher. So it's like, okay. Sorry. What I am hearing though is a lot of people are listening to side scrollers, and some, just mentioning like this is the time where you just start making. We need to make our own stuff. Whatever they've destroyed or whatever it, Star Wars is done. Star Trek is done. We need new stuff anyway. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and you hopefully you make it so that it appeals to everyone. Not, I'm not interested in something that just appeals to conservatives. That would be very boring. So I want Star Wars and Star Trek how it used to be. Something that was just a good story that appealed to the masses. Or comic book nerds and whatnot, but you get what I'm saying. So that's what we need. And this go around, we need a better job of gatekeeping. If you want to add to the whole, great. If you want to come in and take all the toys and play over in the corner by yourself, no thanks. We've seen that. Man, I got phlegm or something. We've seen that. You've destroyed Halo. You've destroyed like all this stuff. And even when there's ample evidence of people not liking it, when it fails, and something that doesn't do that succeeds, and because I've heard all kind of stuff, people talking about folks who know people in the business who said they're all terrified of their employees now.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So
what an age we live in here.
Oh, dude, you put yourself in that predicament. They had a dude who was sorry, man. He worked for Microsoft. He posted a bunch of celebratory stuff, and he actually came online and was crying because he lost his job, his dream job. And it's like, you do not understand why people are upset with you. It's like free speech. It's like, this has nothing to do with free speech. There are limits to what people will tolerate, period. It has nothing to do with free speech. Because all this stuff that has happened in different work environments and whatnot, one of the most things that are most common about that is the people after the fact, they say, oh yeah, I don't know what happened. He was seen to be like a regular person, and then one day he just. So I'm like, dude, if you're doing that, who knows what else you got going on in your head? What if you flip out because Charlotte comes in and she has a hat on that looks too close to the Trumpy hats, and you just go off because you're having a bad day? So that's why you got fired. You didn't get fired because you said you're free speech. It is even corporations, even soulless corporations have a threshold that they don't want to cross. So I don't know. All right. That's enough for that. And I will tell you about Alien Earth episode 5. The basic plot of this show seems to be that stupid people, mostly males, who make dumb decisions that make entirely no sense, is required to push the plot along.
No. Okay.
All right.
That's a good summary.
Right. So at the end of the other one, you saw where she was like the last time we saw Wendy in the Lost Boys, she was having a conversation with the freshly hatched xenomorph, right? So this cuts back. The xenomorph is in a cage now. Like, how did it get in a cage? It's a little bigger, it's not a snake anymore, it has all four legs. So these things grow fairly quickly. So is it roughly in the same day? And she's continuing to have conversations with it, right? So I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't know why anybody's not bothered by this, but all right, whatever. Uh, her idiot brother, who for some reason can't seem to get that understand, is that that might be the person who has the memories of your sister, who has the personalities of your sister, but that's not your sister. And he's talking to the synthoid guy. I forgot what they call him in the alien universe. And he's like trying to get him to answer questions about how he can sneak her out of the facility. And the robot dude looked at him as like, to do what? It's like, what are you going to do after that particular thing? And this dude can't seem to. And I'm looking like, how do you not understand, dude, that this corporation ain't going to let you just walk out with their property? The last conversation you had on this subject was with a dude who was willing to completely bankrupt your ass, and you would never see your sister at all anymore if you didn't follow the rules. Said this is he straight up told you this is our property. This is not She's not going no place. And she told you. She told him in this episode. She told him in the last episode. She ain't going no place. And yet it's the naive guy. All the men, it's just like as per usual, all the men are idiots. From the CEO to on down. You got the corporate dude who, when the other bio, whatever the hell, the kids, when she talk about how she was pregnant and whatever, and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with her, he's like, I don't care, wipe her memory. So because we have a presentation that we need to do in such and such amount of days, and I want her happy and smiling. And the guy who's married to the therapist chick was like, no, could be a problem. And the guy looks at him and is like, you're fired. And it's fired, dude, on the spot. All right. I'm like, I don't know why you think that you can have, like, you work for an evil corporation and you shocked that the evil corporate dude is having you do evil corporate stuff. So it's just like, I'm like, okay, you're questioning the owner of the company and what looks like to be the second in charge. Like, you have a huge stake in this company and you don't work for them. You work for them. If you don't like it, you can leave. You can take you and your wife and go. But you have to do what they want. That's just how this works, especially when you're on their secret, creepy island full of guards and whatnot. All right. But I guess it's because he was shocked when he got fired. All right. And then he expected his wife to leave with him. And she was like, no. So she wiped the memory. And then they put her to sleep or whatever. She woke up. She's having a conversation with Wendy later on. And Wendy is asking her about the stuff because you may have wiped her memory. And I guess they forgot that these are children. So they would ask questions and talk. It's not like you briefed Wendy and told her not to say anything to her. So now you have wiped her memory. Wendy is asking her all kind of questions, and she is starting to realize that you have done something. So Wendy realizes this, and the girl realizes this. So she's freaking out a little bit because she has a large time period where she don't remember anything. And I'm like, yeah, that won't end badly. Because no one seems to care that all these and transferred bodies are doing stuff that you didn't program them in to do, be able to do. When he's talking with aliens, she has like she can hack into stuff, and they're like shocked by if you shown this throughout the whatever that you're kind of shocked that she can do this. All right. So they go off to a meeting with Wayland Utani, because Wayland Utani got an arbitrator to try to convince them to give her stuff back. I'm like, your ship crash landed on their part of the planet. I don't know why you think a conversation is going to get you your stuff back. So they offer money. It's like, I don't need money. I got money. So eventually they come to a thing where he will give them their stuff back, but in 6 weeks. Because they got some kind of thing where quarantine is six weeks or something like that. First of all, they're not even like Utani not even supposed to have these things anyway. So it's like, I don't know why you would set up this you would set up this meeting when you're asking for your illegal stuff back. Like I said, it's just, I don't know who wrote this. Like, that don't make any, like, why would, but so when it didn't really work out like she wanted, she looks at Morrow. She's like, is everything prepared for you to go, do your thing? Or like, what can you get? He's like, I can get one of the xenomorphs back. And she's like, okay. She didn't really tell him to do to go do what he do, but she kind of looked at him and just like looked away. Kind of like, you go do your thing. I'm just not going to straight up tell you to do this kind of thing. Right. So, as they're coming back, the robot, the synthoid tells one of the kids to go to the lab to feed the animals. Right? Seems kind of innocent or whatever. So at the same time, Morrow is getting contact with the little Indian kid, and the little Indian kid is trying to talk Wendy's brother into going to the lab with him. Keep in mind, the lab is on quarantine. No human being should go anywhere near the lab because they have dangerous creatures there that will react very negatively to actual people. It doesn't react anyway for the most part, to the synthoid or the transparent, like the kids. But you find out later that that's not 100% of the case. All right. So the guy doesn't want to go, and as he's going back and forth, his friends that came with him from the island, from the country or the city or whatever, they're going on patrol, and they talk him into going with him. So then the Indian kid is like, so he has to find somebody else, right? Morrow's all in his ear, tell him to do whatever. So the synthoid tells one of the kids to go feed the animal. Like I said, he goes and he gives some food to the weird sheep thing with the eyeball, which I can't figure out if the sheep is still alive or dead or whatever. Because if it's dead, why do you need to feed him? And if it's alive, I can't even imagine what that would feel like. You have some creature inside your head that plucked out one of your eyeballs and making you walk around.
I don't think that feels very good.
I can't imagine that it does. So
taking a wild guess here.
Right. So he goes, he's feeding this, feeding that. And there's like this weird creature in the cage in between the xenomorph and next to the weird sheep and next to the xenomorph eggs. So they split up. The xenomorph is on one side, the eggs is way on the other, right? So he goes in there, and the sheep is like keeps looking at the thing in the corner, right? There's like a hive or like a hornet's nest in the corner, right? With something coming in and out. You can't really see what it is. So the kid grabs the stuff to feed that, whatever the hell that is. So he grabs the door. The door comes off. The door to feed the thing, because Basically, you open up the door, put the food in, close the door, hit a button, it opens the other side, and the creature can get access to the food, right? That's how it worked with the sheep. I'm quite sure it works like what they're feeding the xenomorph. I have no idea because the xenomorph is all glass, so there's no feeding whatever in there for that. So the door comes off. It's like crap. So he's like, all right. So he decides, and this is where I said this is the plot needs to have stupid people in order for to continue going. He opens the door, grabs the stuff for whatever the creature is, puts it down, and as he put down, he notices what the like he's looking at the stuff for the feed the creature, and at that same time he's holding the door open with his foot, so you can kind of see where this is going. He holds the door open with his foot. As he's looking at the whatever the stuff is, the sheep bumps his head on the glass, startling him. He moves his foot, the door closes. All right. So now he's stuck in the room with whatever the hell is in the giant wasp nest behind him. He's freaking out a little bit because, like I said, he noticed what the thing eats is metal parts, components, little like basically him, the stuff that he's made out of. So as he's staying shaking, the creatures come out of the nest, and at first it's just one. It lands on him, and he's like looking at it, and then it spits something in his face, and he's startled. He goes back, he trips, he falls, and it spits some more stuff, and it starts eating his face, and he's like spitting up all the white blood stuff, and a couple of them come out and they start eating them. All right. Now, he is a second generation, not the second generation, but like another prototype of this stuff that they're pushing, that they're gonna try to get people to put their minds into these robot bodies, right? So you would think that they're being monitored. No, nothing. No alarms, no nothing. He's in the lab, like they keep, just like in the previous episode, they keep studying these things by their damn self for some stupid reason. Knowing how shockingly dangerous every last one of these things are. You have established before that a bunch of people died getting them in the first damn place. But nah, we're gonna, just like in the previous episode, we just gonna study these things. We have no idea what they are by ourselves, with nobody watching over us, no weapons in the room, nothing in which to defend ourselves if one of these things get loose. You figure if you have a xenomorph that killed the whole room full of people, just like the previous one that has his acid head cut off, there's no weapons in this room at all for some stupid reason. I'm like, all right. So the Indian kid decides to go have a talk with the doctor, like the therapist's husband, the dude who got fired, and he convinces him, like he's trying to talk him into something. I don't remember what. I don't know if he's trying to get him to go down there or whatever. So he looks at there's a conversation between the brother and him too, and he gives the brother a bunch of stuff that he can sneak the Wendy off the island. This was after Wendy told him that she ain't going to go no place, that she don't want to leave. So I guess he's going to try to kidnap him. All 110 pounds of him is going to try to kidnap a robot, like a little girl in a robot body that can withstand jumping off a cliff that's 100 feet in the air and landing flat, and then running super speed and all the other stuff. But somehow he's going to, even with her not wanting to do so, get her to leave this island. And none of the staff or nobody would notice that the prototype is missing. So that shows you how much this dude is thinking, right? But that's probably going to happen. Something's going to happen later on, I guess, because now he has the boat code to get to the boat and to escape, I guess. But the Indian kid is talking with him, and that's when the guy, after he gives him the information and he cuts off her. This is where it gets weird. It's like they keep dropping hints about stuff that make no sense in the sense of why nobody's reacting to these kids doing weird stuff or going missing or having conversations with people in other parts of the island. So apparently there's a transponder on them. All right. So he cuts it off and he notices that one of their kids' transponder is not working. So he goes to look for him. And sure enough, he sees the body inside one of the cages inside the lab. Now, the lab is under quarantine because, again, it is filled up with dangerous creatures who can kill everybody on the island if they get loose and only seem to react to humans, right? So he goes down there anyway. He opens up the door because he has a little Indian kid with him. He opens up the door and the kid sees what he does. He opens up the other door so he can go into the room with the dead kid's body. Try to drag him out. He's trying to get the Indian kid to help. The Indian kid is not helping him. He's trying to pull it out. As he gets out, the Indian kid decides to go open up the door where the xenomorph eggs are. So you can see where this is heading. He opens up the door, turns around and runs and walks out. The guy finally notices, he pulls him out. The robot kid, the dead robot kid, is half inside the cage and half out, where the dude notices that one of the xenomorph eggs is open. Because again, nothing happens until they sense a human or something that they can possess. It's open. He's like, oh crap. He turns around and sees that the Indian kid is on the other side of the door. He's like, dude, open the door. He won't let him out. Again, this entire room has no weapons, no nothing. You have a acid spitting xenomorph in one corner, a possessed sheep, whatever the hell the things in the ceiling are, and xenomorph eggs, and there are no weapons in this room. All right. So all he hears a little skittering, right, all over the place. The xenomorph is like looking, and now he's like, oh, okay, trying to see what's going on, and boom, right on the face. He screams and howls, falls back over. Now, the cage door to the android eating flies is still open. The Indian kid goes back into the room, grabs the guy who now has the face hugger on his face, and is slowly dragging him over to like a vent or something because he's trying to sneak out with him. Keep in mind, he has the same body that Wendy does, who can survive jumping 100 feet off a cliff, run Mach whatever in one direction, and fight off aliens. Yet he is struggling to carry this 150-pound dude across the room. So as he's struggling, the flies start coming out, and they are about to go where he's at. He pulled the dude in, the thing closes the gate, right? So I don't know why the sheep startled the dude in the first place so that the flies can get out. And the whole time, the synthezoid is watching this whole shit. So they are being monitored, but just by one damn person and nobody else. There is no alarms in the rest of the facility when containment is breached for any of these creatures. Nothing. And then you got like the trillionaire dude reading his copies of Peter Pan over the intercom. It's like, what the? All I could think of as I'm watching this, what the hell is up with this place? No wonder nobody heard of this damn company. All y'all idiots. It's like the dumbest shit ever. I don't know how, I don't know about you, but I would think that mega international interplanetary corporations will have some semblance of security, like something. Even if the boy genius wants to walk around in his no shoes on and all that other shit, the second in command dude, who is as corporate dude as you can get, will probably insist on we have some security. Because they indicated in the episode that they have security. Because the people who came with the brother from the city were complaining that they didn't have anything to do because this place has security. So like you keep telling me stuff like that, right? You tell me that, and this is what the centaur told the brother is, you want to take somebody who could actually discover light speed, and you want to take them with you to be your regular little sister. How does that make any sense? And it tells me that they don't have light speed, but somehow they have ship to planet communications where they can have a direct, like how we're talking. So they can have direct communications. They can send communications to this ship at all. So it's not like they're out of commission, but they don't have faster than light speed. Like, how do you have one of these things without having some kind of the version of the other? I'm just.
I guess they didn't think that one through.
No, it is. Science fiction now is being written by people who don't understand the science part of the science fiction. Like, if you're gonna have this type of stuff, then you need to be like Star Trek. Don't even explain what the how transporter and all that shit works. They give you a vague idea how it works. It just does. Like, somehow this ship has managed to conquer gravity, so they have gravity, right? So the ship, all the ships have gravity, so they conquered gravity, shipped to faster than light communication, but they haven't figured out faster than light travel yet. Like, I have no idea how that works. So I think there's like 1 or 2 episodes left. I think because Morrow's supposed to, I don't know what he's gonna do on the island, because they're gonna do something where they cause one other thing to happen. So maybe that's what. Again, I don't know why the sheep is helping them. I don't know why the eyeball thing is doing what it's doing. Now, it did attack the xenomorph in the last episode. Why it did, I don't know. Because the sheep, after all this took place, and the face hugger and the kid escaped with the dude with the face hugger and all that shit on him, the sheep just went back to eating its food. Then it cuts off, and it's like this ultra hype music comes on, like it just put its foot in it. Like boy, that was a great episode, man. You don't know how. I'm like, everything about this was stupid, because so many things had to have happened for that to happen. It's all I can say as I'm watching it. Like,
the theme of the show, huh?
Well, yeah, it's like, why are you okay? Like the last one with when they was on the other ship, and with the captain gets the face hugger, and the executive has no respect from none of the staff. And instead of waking up all the people to figure out like what the hell is going on, they wait, and she decides to do stuff because she's having sex with one of the dudes who has a face hugger thing on his face. And it's like, why are you doing any of this? And then you freaking out, like something happens and you show exactly why nobody respects you, and why the hell are you executive? Is it because you're a female Indian? Is that what it is? It's like, this is DEI 200 years into the future? Or the person who's the most clear person to be in charge in this environment when everything goes left is Morrow. That's who should be in charge, but he's not, because reasons.
I know, like, it seemed like he's like the most level-headed person there, but
yeah, so he's like, I'm not surprised he offed everybody. It's like, oh, y'all idiots, dude. It's Like, why do we got to bring this? Because you signed a contract with this evil corporation who, for some stupid reason, decided to send y'all on this pointless mission 60 that's going to take you 65 years to do.
When you put it that way, it's like it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Never mind.
Complaining about it.
Yeah, it's like never mind the fact that how fast are you going? So if it takes you 65 years, so that is I will give you a year or two to be on the planet. So that's 63. I say 62, just so I can split it in half. That means 31 years to get there and 31 years to come back. All right. How fast are you going? Because there are things that happens as you get closer to light speed. Time slows down for you, speeds up for everybody. Maybe that's why it took so long. Because for you, it's 10, 15 years. But for everybody outside of that, it's that amount of time, which is stupid. You cannot have any kind of multi-planetary civilization like that. You can be a series of planets with whatever planet, like, so say we colonize Mars, right? Mars is not close enough for any realistic Earth government to control Mars, right? It's not close, because every 2 years because Elon Musk was talking about this. It's every 2 years where Mars is close enough for us to conceivably get to, right? Other times it's on the other side of the freaking solar system in terms of this distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's every 2 years. So if we have no effective communication with Mars, how the hell are you going to tell them what to do and what not to do? It's like, why would they? First time, it'll be just like how it was when England was in control, all these different colonies, and it was the same thing. Whereas America was kind of independent. You told them to do something they didn't like, you get the Revolutionary War. Why wouldn't it be the same thing? So it's like, if you're going to construct a universe and do all this stuff, you got to factor all that shit in. But, like I said, like I was telling you before, I like aliens, but aliens don't make no damn sense. It's full of stupid stuff too. It's like, that's not how the military. I don't know. Why would you send 8 people to take care of one of your lost colonies? I don't know. Why would you think that a series of corporations will take over the entire planet and the 8 billion people on Earth will be okay with that? Because that's what you kind of established, that everybody seems to be okay with these 5 corporations controlling everything.
They're altruistic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pfizer is controlling all the Americas. Yeah, that'll end well. So it's just like, I'm like, bro, like, what the hell? Yeah, and plus the fact you're not even that excited to watch the shit anyway. Right? Because if you were, you'd watch it on Tuesday when it comes out.
They always hold it off until like later on in the week, next week.
Right. Because it's just as dumb to you. And like Ricky's trying to get was like, you need to watch people. Like, no, I can't get past the weird gay orgy thing at the beginning. And then you got like, apparently he's on planet Nazi or whatever. Like, I don't need to watch another thing that say, hey, white people bad. Especially like now. You heard that South Park pulled the Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
So, and this is like,
that's coming from South Park too,
Yeah, and the thing is that Charlie Kirk actually liked the episode.
I heard that too. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm famous enough to have been on the show."
Right. So that's it. That's why all these people who are getting fired and looking for sympathy are not getting it any, because even no matter bro, like I said before, there's a threshold that you guys have crossed, and that even the people who are on your side are looking at you like you crazy. So, all right, let's talk about the. Yeah, you didn't miss much on that episode, so I gave you the, for the most part. Damn, I don't know. I had some air fried chicken wings that are processed, and that's why I'm burping and belching so much.
Really like ultra processed.
Yeah, kind of. All right, let's talk about that a little bit. Yeah. So Zaslav's wants bidding war for Warner Brothers. So they're selling like the whole kit and caboodle. I just thought it was just DC. On the New York Post confirms that
Yeah.
firms have been said all along. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav is setting the stage to sell the company, an outlet he wants to do. The outlet as he wants a bidding war to make it happen. Recall how many years ago my Comic-Con insider told me the Zaslav master plan was to split up Warner Brothers for sale where he could retain Discovery, and it's on all unfolding as my insiders have said. Why would he just want to? Oh, okay. Oh. The latest post from David Allison's Skydance preparing a multi-billion-dollar offer to acquire Warner Brothers. Will the FCC let them? Because they already own friggin' Paramount.
Skydance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would own Warner Brothers and Paramount. Okay. Gotta love these mega corporations. Oh, and his dad just passed up Elon Musk as the richest dude on planet Earth right now.
Who's that?
Alan or whatever Allison, the Oracle. His dad is the guy the guy who's like 70, but he looks younger because of massive amounts of plastic surgery and whatnot, and he looks kind of weird. Yeah, he owns Oracle.
Oh.
And because of the AI stuff and the deals and whatnot he's getting from Trump, it boosted their stock by the stock by a lot and his personal wealth by $100 billion in
my gosh,
less than a week. So he went from being close to $100 billion behind Elon Musk to passing him up. I think he's like 7 billion more or something like that. So it's not like Elon Musk is broke, but he's still like 389. He's like 393, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so instead, it's reported that Zaslav's meeting with his bankers at Goldman Sachs to drum up interest in multiple suitors, including Amazon, Apple, and Netflix. This lines up with insiders and analysts have been pointing out. Netflix, in particular, tends to be mentioned as a serious candidate, according to the recent report by Variety. Wells Fargo analyst Steve Cahall named Netflix the most compelling buyer for Warner Brothers ahead of the other major tech and media players. Warner Brothers set to split in 2026, separating the studio and streaming division from its newest assets base. Netflix and another larger company could be positioned to scoop up exactly the parts it wants. Warner Brothers Studio, HBO, DC, and various sports contracts, including the NBA and the NFL. I cannot see them letting Amazon purchase something like TNT. So that's, I don't know. It's a lot of this stuff is kind of like, okay, we're gonna wind up with it'll probably be just like how the Aliens universe with like 5 companies that own every damn thing. Goal is to drive the company stock price up by $40 a share. On Thursday, the share jumped nearly 30% after news of Allison's bid leaked, closing at just over 16. You want to go from 16 to 40. That's a lot. And bidding fails to hit those numbers he wants. Sources for the site say Zaslav will leverage the stock surge to acquire more content instead. Meanwhile, Skydance's offer has yet to be made official. Sources from the site say that Zaslav believe Allison is trying to preempt the larger battle by rushing bid ahead of other interesting buyers. Under the reports, Zaslav expects serious offer from Skydance to be cash heavy, especially if it's going to fend off competition from cash-rich tech companies like Apple or Netflix. What could it mean? As we went over, Netflix buys Warner. It could also include DC. So who knows? Maybe Zack Snyder will be back on DC. Insiders have always told me that Zack could come back anytime he wants. Also told that whoever buys B will probably stick with Gunn's new DCU. Okay. If Skydance buys WB IPs they own, like Star Trek, Top Gun, and Transformers, will join Harry Potter, Batman, and Superman. Netflix doesn't have any superhero IPs buying WB, and from that, DC would make Netflix even greater competition for Disney. No doubt Harry Potter would also be huge on Netflix. Yeah. So
If it happens.
they always saying Apple's gonna buy somebody. Apple has all this money sitting around they're doing nothing with. So you never know. All right. Well, you wanna there's a synopsis for Doomsday. I don't know. I looked at it. I didn't see what they were talking about, but maybe delve a little deeper. All right, a new synopsis for Doomsday has been released, giving fans a clearer look at who's coming in Marvel's next big crossover. Description teases the arrival of Doctor Doom in the MCU, played by Robert Downey Jr., who is set to unleash a crisis across the multiverse. Doctor Doom has officially arrived in the Marvel Cinematic Universe stage. This villain, a master of cutting-edge science and powerful magic, will unleash a cascading crisis across the multiverse, basically taking the place of Kang. All right, the new synopsis comes out of a Disney and Marvel promotion out of China, which includes a first look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Here you go. Don't he look shiny?
Yes, he does.
I mean, it looks cool. How it looks in real life, we'll see. Follows the early promotion of synopsis, was hinted at the Doomsday is marking a reboot for the MCU. The highly anticipated Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday, will be released in 1 year, 7 years after the excitement of Endgame. This completely ignores all the crap in the middle. Robert Downey makes a sensational return as MCU. Rich Brothers, directors, okay. Mimics forces reports that Marvel was leaning heavily on his return to spark renewed interest in a string of shaky products. The language about new era and cascading crisis suggests Avengers Doomsday will be a launch pad for the next phase, one that can serve as both a soft reboot and a culmination of past storylines. Yeah. So the article speaks of synopsises and then doesn't give me one. Awesome.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So they lost the normies. So since they lost the normies, I don't know why they seem to think that this is going to bring any of them back, especially when you had years upon years of crappy product. Are you excited for Doomsday?
I am.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love like the Avengers franchise, so I it'll be interesting to see with like the new characters and stuff, and considering the state of superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm excited for it. Hopefully, be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. This year has not been very kind to superhero movies.
Not at all. I haven't seen the big ones.
Yeah, like the Fantastic Four, they cut out a lot of the girl boss stuff because they actually it dawned on them that people ain't loving the girl boss stuff anymore. I don't know, dude. It's just one of these crazy things where the comic book movie has been in the zeitgeist for so long, it's gonna feel weird not having it anymore. You know?
Yeah.
But we lived before where comic book movies came out periodically, and it was mostly just Batman and Superman and the occasional Spider-Man. So we can go right back to that because people are really looking forward to Spider-Man. So I don't know. We got some other stuff, but I feel not so inclined to discuss it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that chicken that I probably shouldn't have ate or what. So I don't know. So are you looking forward to let me see if I can find alien. See if there's a Earth. Oh. Okay. All right. So here's the this don't know. Okay. All right, trailer for the next episode.
Will you help me?
We have to go. We're not safe here. I don't think we ever were.
Someone turned their trackers off. So you tell me how you don't know anything about this.
What did you do?
So more of the same.
Yeah. True.
The rich dude is yelling at the doctor chick because of something that's going on the island that he is currently living on and not noticing, but he's a super genius with a weird fixation for Peter Pan. He has missing units that have a tracker on them that an alarm doesn't go off when the tracker is turned off. Okay. Sure. All right. So this is going to be very exciting. And I put the wrong episode. I'm gonna have to. I would change the I put 5 instead of 6 because I couldn't remember which episode it was.
Oh yeah. It's
Right.
yeah.
That shows you how much I care. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna change it. I don't care. All right. Well, exciting as all this was. So what you about to get into there, bruv, before we go?
No, not much. Probably not sleep just yet, but just like doom scroll or something.
That's getting harder and harder to do with AI and the algorithms. Like I said, dude, because I don't watch a lot of these channels that would still care about the Emmys. Nothing. That's why, dude, I was shocked. Like the Emmys,
You didn't even know that it was on.
I didn't even know that it was on. Oh man. Because like Nerd Roddick and the rest of them, they not even talk about it.
Yeah, that's that's sad.
Yeah, it's pop culture. They're not even mentioning it.
Yeah, they didn't even mention it. That tells you like how far it's fallen off.
Yeah, probably because the last thing anybody wants to hear is some self-righteous rich person say something that they probably shouldn't be saying on a stage in their $5,000 suit.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to hear that. All right, well, on that note, on behalf of myself and my friend here, we're out.
See ya.